Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Blue Archive reaction. Today we have a set of requests from one of my new Patreons who goes by Big Kusa. They wanted me to listen to all of the Blue Archive sports themes, I suppose, which seems to be 107, 108, 131, 132, and 133. That's a lot of songs, and they're all about 2 minutes. So I'm actually going to split this into 2 videos as well, kind of like I did those boss theme collaborations of like a couple of songs per video. So I'm going to do just 107, 108 today, and then the next video will be 138 through 133. Yeah, okay. Making sure I got all that straight. It's a lot of numbers. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today, listening to those 2, hearing them out, and then we'll do the other 3 next time. So without further ado, let's go. Ooh, okay. There's got to be like the opener, like the menu for it. This feels like I just started up like a Wii party game. Gotta love some vocal chops. Gotta break it down a little bit. Woo! I'm a sucker for the halftime. We all know it, and I love it. Building right back in. Woo! That went more vibey than I thought it would. I was expecting a bigger explosion. I kind of like that it stayed reserved, though. Caught me off guard. Very thematic, though. I love that filter pass on the drums. Very tight. Be going back into a loop. Yeah, okay. That's where I assume it would loop. So that one, just like all these other songs that I've heard from Blue Archive, really energetic, very uplifting right off the bat. They don't waste any time dragging you right in. And especially for something that I assume is like the opener song for this event type. Yeah, I'm into it. I want to play sports ball right now. I want to play sports ball game right now. Very, very fun, always. A lot of the synths they use to be able to do this sort of like bubble pop sound I really enjoy. I have such a good time hearing it. And of course that halftime in there, I love me some halftime. I'm a drummer, it's in my soul. I have to like halftime. But I like that it built into what was frankly a pretty conservative drop there. It didn't like go super explosive like I thought it was going to. There wasn't like a huge like bass shift and a lot of like weight on the lower end. It kind of stayed in that first section of the song's ballpark, more so than I expected. So that was kind of a surprising twist for me, but not one that I didn't enjoy. And it makes sense, especially for a song that's supposed to sound familiar and loop like this for a while. Yeah, you don't want to make something that sounds too transformative because structurally it would be more confusing to then loop back to the beginning right after a huge payoff like that. So it makes sense structurally and compositionally. So I like that a lot. And as I said, really fun energy always with these songs. So let's see what number 108 has, shall we? Let's go. Ooh, okay. So this one is attributed to KARUT instead of Nora like the prior song was. But I can already kind of hear that he's trying to build off that same sound. But I wonder how much more explosive this one's gonna be. Ooh, whistle! Whoa, okay. I love the use of that whistle. That's so creative. All right. Are we going to be having another conservative break, or are we going to have something more explosive? Ooh, ooh. Woo! Football core, let's go. Woo! Whoa! What a timbre on that synth. Very whiny, but like not in an abrasive way. What a unique sound. I'm having the time of my life right now. I love that. Man, I love that. Okay, so what an evolution on that first song. It obviously was not the same song, but the way that KARUT decided to take something that was kind of familiar, mostly the lead, the way that that lead synth sounded initially, the take on it later in the song, that like more whiny rendition that I mentioned, that was surprising. I don't think I've heard that sound from a lead synth ever. It was very whiny, but also not like abrasive to the ears. It felt just soft enough. It was like really close. It was riding that line of like, that could have been a terrible synth, but it wasn't. It was just a well-made synth. It didn't bother my ears, and I'm very sensitive to those types of sounds. So I think I was surprised by it not setting me off because I'm so sensitive to those sounds. And that was just really cool. It was a good texture. It was just gritty enough, but also like just riding that high line of like, that could have been very whiny and very annoying and obnoxious to hear all the way through. But I'm impressed by how KARUT managed to not push that boundary too far. Also, of course, I love that break in the center there. Using that whistle throughout as a sample was super clever, but having that break in the middle definitely felt like like I said, football core. It sounded like something that was like, let's take hardstyle and add some like sports ball sound to it. It was the most interesting way to drag this song into its own identity. I never would have expected that to be the sample to use. So it makes all the sense, but it just, I wouldn't have been smart enough to think about it. So that's just a testament to KARUT's creativity in any production. That's so clever. And of course, between both of them, the creativity of using their vocal chops and really playing around with those. And I think that's something that KARUT may have borrowed from Nor's original piece to kind of build on that and keep it feeling unified. Just overall, fantastic work, both parties, fantastic work. I loved both of those songs, and now I'm really excited to hear the other three. But I think that's about all I have to say for this one, but we have 3 more for this set to get to, which will be happening in about a week. So if you want to hear those, feel free to stick around, follow and support me and all that stuff, and be here when it shows up. And thank you again to Big Kusa for being the next Patreon producer to drag me into another community of songs by force, because I can't say no to my producer queue. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!